Hey guys, we have an interesting case coming out of Wichita, Kansas. We have an ex-news anchor charged with killing her mother, stabbing her. Check this out. Let me show you the quick little video here. All right, here we go.
This morning, a former Fox 2 News anchor has been charged with killing her own mother in Wichita, Kansas. Police arrested 47-year-old Angelynn on Friday on first-degree murder charges. According to court documents, she's accused of stabbing her 80-year-old mother multiple times. Mock worked as a morning anchor at Fox 2 from March 2011 to February 2015. As of this morning, information on a possible court appearance is not available.
So this is a picture of the news anchor. Let me show you. Kind of before and after. It's the same person. So let's read what we have here. This is what I was able to get. So it was just after sunrise on Halloween morning, 2025, when Wichita police were called to a quiet home on the east side of the city. Dispatchers had received a frantic 911 call reporting a cutting incident, more like a stabbing. When officers arrived around 7:50 a.m., they found 47-year-old Angie Mock, a former television news anchor, outside the home, injured and covered in blood. Inside, they discovered her 80-year-old mother, Anita Avers, lying in bed with multiple stab wounds. And I think I have a picture of Anita Avers. Let me just show you this real quick. I just had it up right here. See if I can get a picture of her. I believe this is her right here. Anita Avers. There she is. Did I see it? All right, let's see what we got. Emergency responders rushed Avers to St. Francis Hospital, where she was pronounced dead at 8:26 a.m. A nearby neighbor, Alyssa Castro, later described the chaos. She said Mock approached her car with her hands filled with blood, pleading to use her phone. She said she needed to call 911. Castro recalled before Mock ran back into the house with the phone. Shortly afterward, police detained Mock. She was taken to a hospital for treatment and then booked into Sedgwick County Jail on a charge of first-degree murder, and she's held on a $1 million bond while investigators continued their work. So for many in the Midwest, Angie Mock was once a trusted voice. She began her broadcast career anchoring at KOKH Fox 25 in Oklahoma City before moving to Fox 2 News, KTV in St. Louis. And that's where she spent several years as a morning anchor and reporter from 2011 to 2015. And after leaving television, she built a second career in the private sector, most recently working for a Wichita area software company focused on data management solutions. Her mother, Anita Avers, was deeply respected in the mental health community. She's a licensed marriage and family therapist for nearly 2 decades. She helped countless families through depression, trauma, and loss at Wichita counseling professionals. And police have confirmed there were no prior domestic disturbance calls at the home and have not commented on any family disputes or long-term tensions. So within hours of the attack, prosecutors charged Mock with first-degree murder. Authorities confirmed she sustained cuts during the incident, though it remains unclear whether those wounds were defensive or self-inflicted. A potential motive has not been publicly identified. However, local affiliates, KAKE News, obtained partial 911 dispatcher audio in which the caller, believed to be Mock, allegedly stated she stabbed her mother to save herself. Police have not verified that claim, and investigators have not commented on whether it aligns with the physical evidence. If accurate, that statement suggests a possible self-defense argument, but investigators are now tasked with reconciling it with what they found inside. An elderly woman, unarmed, lying in bed, stabbed multiple times. That's going to be hard to pull self-defense. Was this a moment of delusion, panic, or something deeper? For detectives, every bloodstain, wound pattern, and recorded word will matter. Right now, as of early November, no court date has been set for Mock's first appearance. Under Kansas law, first-degree murder carries a possible life sentence and, in extreme cases, the potential for capital punishment. This case has generated widespread attention beyond Wichita. in both St. Louis and Oklahoma City, where Mock once delivered the morning headlines. Viewers have expressed disbelief. Many remember her as the calm, articulate anchor who covered community tragedies with empathy. Never imagined she'd become the subject of one. And social media threads are filled with former colleagues, fans, and local residents struggling to make sense of it. Some point to the pressures of media life, others to unspoken personal struggles that even those closest to her may never have seen. And in Wichita, a small memorial now stands near the home. Candles, flowers, and handwritten notes honoring Anita Avers. For many, the shock runs deeper than a crime headline. It's the unraveling of trust, the collapse of a public figure, and the loss of a woman who spent her life helping others heal. So the story resonates because the news anchor turned defendant flipped the familiar true crime narrative on its head. The self-defense claim, if true, will test Kansas law and the limits of perception when the accused and the victim share blood. The absence of prior disturbance calls adds to the mystery. Was this sudden or the end of something long hidden? And beyond the legal questions, the case forces a broader reflection. How can someone who once told other people stories of tragedy suddenly become the tragedy herself? Shame. Here's another picture of her mom. And I'll show you a picture of the news anchor again. You just never know. As always, guys, the show is Tear Talk. Stay tuned for more news, more true crime. And as always, stay safe.